150, 160. He's gone.
What's up, everybody? I apologize if I sound a little under the weather. I am, but I'll be honest with you, it feels good to be on the bike talking to you good people. I'm playing with a new microphone today, so hopefully the quality's on point. If not, it's something I'm kind of constantly working on improving in my vlog videos. It's kind of a matter of finding the right microphone that fits well with the helmet and still provides good audio quality as well. So let's start with some quickie updates. The Buell has been sold. It was gone the other day, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now it's just this Harley and the other Harley, and you guys saw the first video for Project Rotley. I have to admit, I haven't made a whole ton of progress on it because I've been working on some other stuff and I've been sick the last few days. So it's kind of up in the air. I'm waiting on some parts too. Things are just taking longer than expected. But that project is still on, and there should be some updates on it here pretty soon. So in addition to being a little sick, I am also quite sunburned because I went out yesterday with LoudandDave out on the ranch. We shot a bunch of guns, and we both got a ton of film. But here's kind of a snippet of what you can expect to see over the next month or so here on the channel as I get this stuff edited. Roll the tape. So yeah, we went out in full force with a truck bed full of guns and shot some shit up. So we look forward to seeing some of those videos. I'm also going to be doing some videos with a little bit of tannerite and a little bit of thermite here in the near future. So the topic for today is a little broad, but we're talking about gun culture here in Texas, especially with all the political stuff that's been going on lately. You know, Texas is weird. I've had the opportunity to travel around a considerable amount of the United States. Right, I did several degrees at big schools, so I've friends and met people from all around the country and quite frankly all around the globe. And Dave and I were discussing this the other day. Texas gun culture is so unique, I think, to really anywhere else in the world. Except maybe like rural Australia or something like that. But the thing is, in Texas, if you are Texas born and bred or an adopted Texan, gun culture transcends kind of all the other social paradigms that we have, right? If you are Texas born and bred, it doesn't matter if you are a crazy tree-hugging vegan, lefty loony that thought Karl Marx was way too far to the right. If you're from Texas, you have been exposed to guns, you've shot guns, you may not like guns, but you have a certain understanding and a certain respect for guns. It's not this weird, scary, strange thing. And now, granted, here in Austin, we have a lot of California transplants, and they freak out over our tactical bullets and high-capacity 30-round magazines for assaulting things. But like people that are kind of from around here, I mean, I know several people that are going to vote for Bernie, and they think the war in Iraq is a mistake, and they are well, the people I'm thinking of are not vegetarian, but they totally could be. We can just pretend that they are. But they definitely fall on that left-hand side of the political spread. And two of them have concealed carry licenses and actively carry. You're not going to find too many left-leaning liberals that are also like gun nuts, but if you're from Texas and you lived in this area for long enough, you have a very healthy respect for firearms and people's right, to carry them. And this year, it was interesting because Dave and I both kind of open carried out on the property, and Dave went ahead and open carried out to the property because by law now we're able to. and it's interesting. It's definitely different to be walking around, you know, like fucking Wyatt Earp with a gun on your hip. But you know, for those of us who have had concealed carry licenses for several years and carry, you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably never going to open carry outside of when I'm on the property, where it's just more convenient to have it on the outside of your pants than it is to have it on the inside. But as far as walking around in public, I seriously doubt I would ever open carry a handgun in public. There's just no reason to put that kind of social pressure on other people. But he and I were discussing people that we know here, and it's interesting because, like I said, even modern day Democrats, you know, here in Texas, carry guns, own guns, understand guns. It's kind of like how you know, basic child psychology, right? You take a little kid and you tell them drugs and alcohol are bad and they're evil, and you never let them touch it, and you never let them experience it, and all they hear all their lives are how evil marijuanas are. The first thing they're going to do when they get the opportunity is go and try it, right? That is just an example of kind of this negative culture we have about things like that, right? So there was a time in America where wearing seatbelts, like if you wore a seatbelt, you were a pussy. Like, let's just be frank with it, right? You're sitting around in your 69 Camaro and you're like, yeah, these lab belts are for pussies. But, I mean, I can speak, at least people my generation, right? I'm 25. People my generation, everybody I've talked to about this, like, they're uncomfortable being in a car without a seatbelt. You know, I mean, I'll go around the parking lot, I'll, you know, launch a boat from a dock or something. You know, things I know where are very comfortable, low-risk areas. You know, I'll drive around with a seatbelt. But I wouldn't even really go around the block in my pickup truck without a seatbelt on. It's just, you get in the car, you put on the seatbelt. It's just a safety thing that's you know, ingrained on kind of like my generation. And you have to, you know, you have to treat guns the same way we treat seatbelts or helmets on motorcycles. I mean, we see people riding squid without a helmet on. I mean, I'm not wearing a jacket, but you know, I will never go out on public roads without a helmet on a motorcycle. You know, even if I have to go a few blocks, I won't do it. It's not worth the risk. And we have to teach kids about guns and drugs much in the same way. You know, it's kind of a larger psychological discussion because, you know, my parents never made, you know, alcohol this scary, inaccessible thing, right? I was exposed to it from a younger age, and so when I got to college and whatnot, I never had problems with it, with controlling myself, because there was no real mystery there. And the same thing goes with firearms, right? You know, at least the time we lived in America, my dad's had firearms in the house. I've been taught how to use them. I've gone shooting with him. And there was never any, like, mystery with firearms. I was never like, ooh, look at this dangerous, shiny toy. Because that's how people get hurt. You know, you have to have a healthy respect for these things. And I think that firearms education is far more important than all this political strategizing about, oh, how we take away guns and 10-round magazines and blah, 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 blah. You know, these are stupid laws because they attempt to do the same thing that the war on drugs has done for the last 25 years. And all you're going to do is you're going to put innocent people, or people who are innocent of really committing any sort of major crime, in prison, and it negatively affects society as a whole. So I really, you know, we have to change the way we talk about these things. And that starts with kids, and it starts with the new generation. If you take away the mystery of firearms, you will decrease the amount of accidental discharges. You will decrease, you know, kind of domestic gun violence, because you are no longer putting something, there's no longer that forbidden fruit element of the conversation. And I've gotten kind of off track here, but yeah, so we're going to continue to demonstrate our Second Amendment rights out on the property and keep shooting stuff and blowing stuff up and having a good time. And those videos will continue to flow. That is horse poop. That's a truck. Jesus. Those leaf springs are ridiculous. Make sure you subscribe to me on Instagram. You can watch us blow shit up, kind of when it happens. Also, updates on all the projects are always on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Facebook.com/MaksWerks. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like, love button, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.